Hi, I'm Sarah Donahue and welcome to Project Fitness TV. So, for Christmas, you expect an Xbox, but in fact you get a gym membership. Is someone trying to tell you something? Now, both of these can be absolutely action-packed. But whilst that passion for the gym dwindles off towards the end of late January, into February, and then finally goes in March, the Xbox can only gather momentum from the Sulfur. And that's the problem, from the Sulfur. So how do you keep that passion going in the gym? And if you've got a New Year's resolution for going to the gym and getting fit, how do you keep that? Even buying that gym membership yourself doesn't always give you the motivation. People expect too much. They expect to see dramatic changes within the first few weeks, but it doesn't work like that. And that's why so many people lose their passion and motivation as the New Year's resolution wears off, because they don't see that instant change. You need to give your body time to adapt, and that is the key thing. The more overweight you are, the quicker the weight will fall off, but the less chance you have seeing it in the mirror because you are carrying so much weight. So in that case, you do need a set of scales to weigh yourself on. And when you have these scales, don't hop on them all day. Choose one time of day, preferably the morning, so after you've been to the loo, but before you've had breakfast, and then weigh yourself in the morning every day or every other day. And remember, not every day you may see a difference, and that's not because weight isn't coming off. Of course, that day you could for some reason be carrying excess water. So never get paranoid and worry about things like this. It happens to everyone. But again, the bigger you are, the harder it will be to see the weight come off, but the quicker you will actually be losing it. So you need to stick at that. If shaping up was that easy and that simple, the world would be full of cover models. But it isn't. You need to give your body time. You need to give it around 3 months for you to start seeing these dramatic changes. And with the New Year's resolution, where you've decided to go to the gym, you also need to look at your lifestyle, so that is altering your diet as well. And before, in some of my Project Fitness TV videos, I have spoken about the fact that you are really what you eat. And 70% of how you look is, of course, your diet. So it's really important to have a lifestyle change. And of course, eat better things, more healthy things. And I'm not talking boring, I'm just talking more healthy things. But it's very important that diet and training go together. Many newcomers think that the longer you spend at the gym, the better it is, or the more days you go to the gym, the better it is. Now, that isn't the case at all. Your body does need to rest. Rest is a part of growth, and resting is when your body mends itself, and your body needs to rest. So don't go 6 or 7 days a week. 3 is plenty for a beginner. Even I only go 4 days a week, and try and map out those days that you want to go. I always go on a Monday and Tuesday. I never go on a Wednesday. I go on a Thursday and Friday, and I never go on a weekend. And sometimes it's really good to know what days you're going to go, so you're not that sat there deciding if you're going to go or if you're not going to go, because you already know, because you're planning ahead. If you go to the gym too often, you could get sick of the gym. You could get bored of the gym, and that is the last thing. But that is the last thing that you want, to get bored of the gym. So don't go there all the time. Pick your days and stick to them. And remember, you don't want to be spending an hour and a half or 2 hours in the gym. Longer isn't always better. You can get things done within 45 minutes to an hour. And that's all you really need, 45 minutes to an hour. And if you're going to lift weights, do about 10 minutes on the treadmill first. You don't need to do any more than 10 minutes, but about 10 minutes on the treadmill and the rest of the time on weights. The time of day you train in the gym also comes into play. Everyone has times when they are peaking with their energy levels. For me, I like to train in the gym at 10 or 11 o'clock. Now, once it gets to 1 o'clock, I feel tired, but then again, my energy levels pick up again around 2:30, 3 o'clock. But I can't train at night because I have no energy at night. Now, after you've been going to the gym a couple of weeks, you'll find that sometimes you've got a lot of energy and sometimes you haven't. And it's a pattern that your body has. So try and get used to the optimum training time for you and stick to that, because that is when you will promote growth and you will get the best out of training. Gym memberships usually peak in January. And then there's a drop off as we get into February and especially in March. Now the problem there, you've lost your zest for training and the want for that summer body. But as much as you've lost that, the gyms are gaining because you are still on that direct debit. You are still paying every month for a membership that you aren't using. Now that's great for the gym, they're getting your money, but you're not using the equipment, so their equipment's going to last longer. Now, 63% of people lose interest in the gym and they just don't go at all. But the ones that do go, 82% of those people that still go only go to the gym once a week. Now those figures are incredible and it's not good for you because you're not training, but as I've said, it's great for the gym because you're still paying into the system but not using their equipment. If you can stick through the first few weeks and the first couple of months, then you will be hooked on the gym, but you really need to stick to it. Don't go to the gym and, as I've said, do 6 or 7 days initially because you'll get tired, you'll get bored and you'll ache. Everything in moderation. So go to the gym, take your time and stick at it. And if you can make that 3-month itch, then afterwards you really will be hooked, I promise you. Because the last thing you want to do is give a gym all your money, but then you don't use the gym. If you're going to start at the gym in New Year, I personally would suggest on a monthly basis. So if you do get bored of the gym, or it's not for you, or you would sooner train outside in the park or do a yoga class away from the gym, then you're not in a contract. So paying monthly can be slightly more expensive, but in the long run, it might be better for you. Now, if you do enter into that yearly contract and you think, no, I'm going to go at it for a full year, and you lose interest, be aware because you have signed a contract. Now, if you have signed a contract, there are ways out of it. Of course, if you move house, you're not in the area. If you become ill, again, you can't use the gym. If you lose your job, financially, you can't manage the gym. So there's all these things that are very important. If something like that happens to you, then of course, you do need to write to the gym and tell them that you are cancelling and give them the reason. The Competition and Markets Authority is behind you on this, and they won't see a gym treat you unfairly and keep you in a contract if you are ill, if you have moved out, or if something's happened, such as you've lost your job. So remember that. You aren't always tied to this where you have to pay if you physically can't get to the gym. But don't just cancel your membership. Make sure you write them a letter, let them know, and cancel it. But it's always good to give them 30 days notice. The best advice I can give you is that you start training because you want to start training, not because you feel you should start training, and not because it's New Year. It doesn't have to be New Year. New Year is just another day in the calendar. It's just one of the 365 days. You could start training at any time. So you have to really want to start training. And as I've said, if you can make that 3 months, you will start seeing some really dramatic changes. And when you see these changes, you will really want to stick at it. So if getting a beach body is your New Year's resolution, then stick to it. Get a membership at a gym where you pay monthly so you don't have the worry of being in a year contract. If you do have a year contract, you can cancel it. So don't worry about that. But apart from that, have an absolutely fantastic Christmas and New Year, and I hope you make the right choice when it comes to New Year's resolutions and training hard at the gym and being a better version of yourself in 2021. Thanks for watching Project Fitness TV with me, Sarah Donoghue.